All right, still on day one, and the night progressed. We went out to dinner, and you could just see Pops getting tired. We're all getting tired, actually. And so we were at the table waiting for our food, and I rolled up a little square paper football that we used to play where you push it across the table. And so we were kicking it into the uprights between Pop and I, and he was really liking that. We did it several times before the food came. It was kind of a distraction, and I've kind of found like that was something I would do with my kids when they were younger. And so it's kind of one of the same things, like you're coming up with these distractions to keep the kids happy, and so, or keep them, I don't know, engaged in something so that they won't be bored and cause problems. And so it's kind of the same thing with Pops. And so food came, and he was about to take his pizza on a napkin, and Kim said, hey, they're bringing us some plates. And he kind of got upset, like Kim was telling him what to do, and so he kind of had this little attitude, and it's like, that's just Pops. You could tell he was getting tired. And so we got home after that, and Helen had to go home, so we had hugs, and she took off. And then right away Pop's like, okay, so who's taking me home? And we knew that was coming. So we had to explain to him that, we moved all of his stuff in here. This is his new place now. And he just wouldn't have it. And I just like, Dad, I just got to level with you, Bret Hart, where you live in the apartments, they won't let you stay there anymore. You have to move. And this is the best place for you. I built this whole room, and Andy's in there with me, and we're crying about it. We're talking to him about it, and he's just very upset. And we're trying to explain it to him, and reasoning with him is really difficult. He just can't reason. And so we actually gave him, his vape, his cannabis vape. And so he hit that a couple of times, and he was able to calm down. And Andy's like, hey, let's take your clothes off. We'll get some CBD rubbed on you. And so he was really into that. And then he just looks up at me, and after he'd hit his vape, and he's starting to calm down. And he just says, look, Richard, I'm really sorry that I said that. I don't want you to feel like I'm not happy for what you're doing for me, and it was just one of those moments, where we were able to get over that hard time that he was going through, and have him help or get to a grounded position where now he can sort of be in a reality. So it was really a special time. It was a very sweet thing for him to say. I wasn't able to get that on video. I did get a little bit of his breakdown on video, and I'll post that here too. But definitely a tough night for him. He wants to go home. This is not home for him. He wants to be with his girl, Helen, and she is not here. So I anticipate this is going to be several days of this to hopefully get him into a routine where, he feels comfortable enough here, because routine is really what it's all about. So end of a tough day, but we all pulled through, and I'm hoping Pops is able to go to sleep and relax. He's a lot better when he's not tired, and he's very tired. So the morning will be better, and I'm hoping that one thing we can integrate into his daily routine is a nap, and then that might help him to be in a better mood throughout the day. So anyway, you guys have a good one.